Welcome everyone. Now I know we just made a post on the new patch 1.2, and as I was refreshing the official media, and we can see over here there were 3 new posts that was made by the official miHoYo forum. And what's happening is there's a new Albedo trailer, there is a new display of Albedo skills over here, we can see a lot of those, and there's also a little teaser for Albedo with some of the details of his skills again, and they really want to push through him. You can see that there's stories about Albedo, which we'll go through those. There are also voiceovers about Albedo's investigations, about his genius, a lot more details with him, and I really want to go through with you guys. Even his favorite food is actually showing over here. So what we're going to do is, let's go through Albedo's teaser together and we'll look at some of the finer details, then we'll look at his skills, then we'll go through the guy's entire life story, even his favorite food. I'm pretty excited. So coming over here, we have the official character teaser for Albedo, still life and creation. So let's have a look at this, and let's see how we go.
Alchemy is a mysterious art that revolves around all living things.
I love the voice
the
actor.
study of life, in particular,
Requires
painting.
Yes, you certainly make wonderful paintings of anything that piques your interest, Mr. Albedo.
She's so cute.
Arise, lifeless dust of the universe and that within.
Look at him go.
Thou art reborn.
He's going to create life.
Do you understand now, Sucrose?
Look at that.
Simply amazing, Mr. Albedo.
So there's a
Next,
butterfly thing
I
with
will
it.
paint the common V-shape. I find the carapace to be its most enjoyable feature, the intricate patterns, and even its sheen. But the rest of the V-shape is quite ordinary, and requires but a few quick brushstrokes.
He
Voila!
paints and they come to life. Look at that.
Arise,
Oh,
lifeless
my
dust.
Oh. Whatever there.
Excuse
Exploded.
me, Mr. Albedo, but I fear creating such creatures may sit outside the sphere of acceptability within our roles as alchemists.
Ooh, alchemy
Is
rules.
that so?
Just
Look at his
like
face.
always, overly passionate about what piques your interest, yet completely indifferent towards anything otherwise. Your swing and interest this time didn't even leave you long enough to finish your painting.
Look at the painting. Can we see it? Oh! That's what he painted. He came to life, guys. He painted the first half. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's everything. This was pretty cool. So notice she actually said here, like,
Your swing and interest this time didn't even leave you long enough to finish your painting.
she's like, you didn't finish your painting, dude. And the painting actually came to life. He painted 2 drawings and they all came to life. And look at this. This little guy is like half finished. His head's finished. This is Sonic, the Geosonic dude that runs around, that spins all the time. He got half of him done. That's how they designed him, right? Pretty lovely. And now let's come over to the next official post for Albedo. So you can see the clear lines. Albedo is so smart and gentle. He's super nice to me too. He always plays with the weirdest things, so I love following him around. So Klee really likes Albedo, and from the stories, Albedo actually helped Klee to build her little toys that explodes. So you can see a lot of image for Albedo, and there's some descriptions with Albedo. But what we're here to see, guys, is we're here to see the skills. This is his E-spell. Notice that with his E-spell, he can go up with the elevator, he can slam down. And this actually allows you to do plunge attack, and the elevator is actually pretty cool. You basically can't be hit by melee attacks, only range attack can hit you. So if you're a range character on the elevator, like Amber, if you have child that's going range form, and also maybe gang you later, you can go into the elevator and actually start shooting enemies. Venti can do the same as well, but Venti, Venti doesn't mind, he just drags them with his ultimate. And over here we see more clips of Albedo sending out his elevator. Notice when he first sent out his E-spell, I'm calling this the elevator, is his Geo-construct. This particular spell does initial damage, then it flies up. And during this time, if monsters take damage within the circle, they will also be dealt damage every 2 seconds. And this scales to Albedo's defense. And finally over here, we get to see a clip of Albedo's ultimate. Notice this particular ultimate has 2 forms. The first form, he didn't use his E-spell, and this will just do a flat damage, about 500% I believe, with his attack. Now if he had his E-spells out, and then he does his ultimate, he will actually send out 7 waves of Deadly Blossom, which does another 100% damage with each of the blossoms. So this means he can potentially do anywhere from 600% damage to 1200% damage. And this makes him incredibly strong. And let's go through this again. So notice they're showing us the E-spell and also showing us the Bear spell. The range for the Bear spell is actually pretty wide, and he can actually be very flexible with characters that use plunge attack. And also over here we can see the initial damage by sending out the E-spell. So when he slams this down, you can do initial damage. You can target where you want it to be. And also here you can do some burst damage. What you want to focus is, this spell is hitting about 6,000 with the attack, so you can see that he is not going to be the strongest burst damage dealer. You see it's only hitting over 30,000, and over here Albedo is hitting for about 6,000 to 7,000 burst damage. So right away you can see that he is probably not going to be building for a DPS character. Now coming over to the final post with Albedo. So this is about his stories and details, and this was just posted about 40 minutes ago. So over here we're going to look at the star of the show today is Mondstadt's genius Alchemist Albedo. And you can see Albedo's teaser over here with a pretty beautiful image. And over here we can see a bit of summary for Albedo. His grasp of alchemy allow him to provide steady support for his teammate and increase the effectiveness in battle. Notice again guys, they are not trying to say he's a DPS. This time they're saying he's a support. There's a lot of hints over here showing the lower damage and also showing that he can be a really good support and increase the effectiveness by a lot. If you haven't seen our battle build, I went through his skills, constellations, passives in more details and also the potential party synergies with him. So he's quite strong, giving us elemental mastery and giving us a lot of special effects. And as we go through this post, what you're going to see is they actually have the details of battle skills. You can see that he's going to have the solar geoconstruct, and this actually shows that initial damage and also dealing additional damage scaling to his defense every 2 seconds. So notice over here when you slam the flower down and you start hitting enemies, notice there's additional damage on the enemy and there's a white bar because that's a physical damage, and also there is a geo damage after that. This can be triggered every 2 seconds. And this allows anyone within the circle to do additional damage. And over here we can also see the additional feature of the special Albedo elevator, which is perfect for Klee to shoot her little basketballs. And basically you can stand up and this will actually lift you up. And because it's the geo construct, it can also have additional features and interactions with other geo characters. And finally over here, we get to see another play of Albedo's ultimate. But notice guys, I mentioned earlier, this time Albedo have his E-spell down first, and this is going to create the deadly blossoms. We talk about 7 of those, so you're going to see he's going to slam them with his ultimate, and after that you're going to see a pop-up damage. So we see about 900 popping damage, and those damage are popping everywhere. Those 900 are 100% of Albedo's normal attack damage. So what that means is he slammed them with 500% of his attack, then he slammed them with another 7 waves of damage, about 100% each. So in reality, he still is not here to do massive damage, but you can see how the damage is triggered and you can see the deadly blossoms that's popping off. And that's why you want to cast his E-spell first, then cast his ultimate. Now coming over to the story of Albedo. Over here we can see that Lisa seems to admire Albedo quite a bit. So Lisa is in a good relationship with him, and Albedo is quite the alchemist. Just say the word and he'll come up with a good solution. He's easy on the eyes too, just like you. So Albedo is actually really cute to her. That's pretty nice. And over here we can see more personal details with Albedo. So Albedo's hobbies. Other than researching alchemy, Albedo also enjoys drawing and is quite skilled at art. If we remember earlier guys, his drawing actually came to life. There's 2 of them and this one wasn't even finished. So he's a pretty good sketcher. We can see that Albedo's favorite food are desserts. He believes that when both physical and mental capacities are spent, high energy materials provide a highly effective boost. So he loves a sugar craving. And Albedo's least favorite food is that he doesn't like large proportion of meat in the restaurant. He's got a small appetite. So a meal like that only ends up in tragedy. Either he overeats the food and the joy of the test is lost, or he can't finish the food and it's wasted. Reminds me when I go to the all-you-can-eat food restaurant. I eat too much, then I go home and was like, oh, I feel so bad. Sometimes I don't eat enough, I feel like I pay too much money for the all-you-can-eat. This reminds me as well. And finally, we can see Ember's view on Albedo. Albedo spends most of his time in his workshop, tinkering away with all his awesome stuff. But when you see him in person, you never can quite tell what he's thinking. Not a clue at all. Look at Ember, she's so cute, right? I've loved those little cute posters. The truth of his world. What could it be? So there are some rumors saying Albedo is not a real human. We don't have the exact lore, and maybe we can discover with patch 1.2. People are saying he's a homunculi, and those are alchemy-made fake humans, which thinks like human, acts like human, but they're not real humans. And let me know what you think about this. So we had a look at his particular trailer, which is actually really cool with Sucrose. I love her voice. And also, you know, Albedo's drawing, and which comes to life. We also had a look at the skill damage display of Albedo, and also more details with Albedo's personal life and also his skills details. So they really went ham this time with 3 official posts on Albedo, and they really want to, you know, showcase Albedo and the new region to us. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips, and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Genshin and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.